Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to be talking about our favorite drugstore makeup products.
So a lot of the products that we use like on a normal basis are pretty much all drugstore. So we thought that we would just make a video talking about our favorite things that are affordable, just to help you guys out. So this would definitely be good for anyone that's like looking to buy makeup like on a budget, or you just want to try out just some things and you're not really sure if you'll like them.
And all of these products are things that we recommend. Like, they're things that we've tried and that we think work good. It like doesn't mean that it's going to work good for you or that you'll like them. These are just things that we recommend. So if you want to see our favorite drugstore makeup products, then keep on watching.
So the first thing I'm going to start out with is primers. I have two drugstore primers that I am obsessed with. First is this L'Oreal Paris Visible Lift Radiance Booster. It says it's brightening primer, 24-hour hydration, and it's like illuminating. So I definitely like that if I want more of like a glow to my face. And then the second is this NYX Honey Do Me Up. I just started using this and I'm obsessed with it. It feels kind of like the texture is very weird, like it's very like sticky, but it like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it locks in like my foundation. I love it.
Okay, so I actually don't have a drugstore primer. I only use a primer from Sephora. I haven't found one that I like from the drugstore. I have tried a few, but none of them worked for me. So next we're going to be talking about foundations and BB creams. So on an everyday basis, I don't normally wear foundation, so the BB cream that I wear is the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh. It has pomegranate extract in it, and I use the light medium sheer tint. And I really like this because it evens out my skin tone and it's not heavy at all. Like, it does not feel like a foundation. I usually forget that it's even on my face, and I can honestly just put this on and not wear concealer. Like, this would be something that I would wear in the summer too, but I wear it all the time. And so it has some benefits. It blurs imperfections, enhances, brightens, adjusts to skin tone, smooths, hydrates. It has SPF 30 in it, and it doesn't have oils or heavy ingredients in it, which is another reason I really like it, because my skin is pretty oily. So I really like that. And then another one that I used to use, I don't use this anymore, it's the Rimmel London BB cream, and it's pretty much the same thing, but this one made me really oily, so I stopped using it.
I use both of those and I love both of them. I love to wear BB cream like in the summer. Pretty much just like by itself, just to give me a little bit of coverage, but I definitely recommend both of those because they aren't heavy, like Brenna said, like they're light, and they're just really nice to wear when you don't want like a full like beat face, like you just want something simple just to give you a little bit of coverage. The first foundation that I'm going to talk about is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. This is one of my favorites. I use the shade 105 and 101. I mix them together and it's like my perfect shade. They're really good if you have like oily skin. It just mattifies everything and it's full coverage. I love it. But the next foundation that I want to talk about is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I really love this foundation because it's super affordable, but it's medium to full coverage, so you can build it up if you want to. And it just gives me like just a nice like even coverage, and you can use it like without a concealer if you wanted to, because it's enough full coverage. I always use concealer with it, but it's definitely something if you want like something very full coverage, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, I would definitely recommend that foundation.
So next is concealer, and we actually both use this on a daily basis, like all the time. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal concealer. I highly recommend this. It's one of the best concealers I've ever used. Like, I don't know, I love it so much. It's so good. It's very full coverage, like for a concealer.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good. And it's really brightening too, and obviously it comes in like a bunch of different shades, so I definitely recommend this one. And another one that I used to use a lot, and I don't use it right now because it's something that I normally use in the summer, because in the summer I don't like wear a lot of makeup, like as I've said before, but I'll use concealer just if I have like some red spots or some pimples or something like that. So I use the Revlon Color Stay concealer, and this one's pretty dark because it's like my summer shade. But this one's very good for that too. Like, I think that this works really well.
This concealer I just started using and I fell in love with it. It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is extremely full coverage. I got the shade C1, and I use it for like highlighting, like to brighten up under my eyes and like my forehead, and it's very good and affordable. I definitely recommend it. I have a few different setting powders that I actually love. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I am obsessed with this. It is super light, but it sets in and locks in like any place that I want to set, like underneath my eyes, my chin, my forehead. Really good for baking like underneath the eye, or if I want to like bake underneath like where I contour. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I really love this for baking as well. It's really like, it's like full coverage, like it's like thicker and it really sets in everything. And then lastly, this is something that I just started using, but I really like it for baking underneath like my contour, because when I like set it, it stays. Like when I wipe the powder away, like it really stays like where I'm trying to like contour and give like that like dimension. This is the Makeup Revolution luxury baking powder, and I use the shade Banana.
So I only have one setting powder that I actually love, because I used to use the Maybelline Master Fix face powder, and it is awful. I do not recommend it. It literally makes your under eyes like white. Like it has such bad flashback when you take pictures. It's awful. I have pictures of myself like where I look crazy. Like it's just like white. Like it's just awful. So I don't use that, but I use the RCMA setting powder, and I found this because Jaclyn Hill uses this, and it's my favorite thing. Like I always use this. It does not have any flashback whatsoever, and when I do use it, it's like, it's still brightening, but it doesn't like appear white when you take pictures, or even if you're just like looking at me. It's just like sets everything so smooth, and I use it to contour also. It comes in a weird container, so I just use my old Maybelline container and I just pour it in here.
The next thing that we're going to talk about, which Brenna and I, like if you take anything away from this video, this product you need to get. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer.
Oh my god, we're so late on this, but it is amazing.
Yes, like we just started using this like recently, and we're hooked. Like it, first of all,
it smells amazing.
It smells like it's
tropical.
Yes, I think it smells like tanning oil.
I think it smells like coconut, but mixed with something else. And I hate coconut, but this smells so good.
It's
like,
very like tropical. Like it just makes me think of like summer.
Yeah.
But I love this because it's buildable. And it really just gives you like that warm like
summer glow.
Yes.
Yeah, it does not go on heavy. Like, you know when you're like dipping in a bronzer and it's just like straight like brown on your face. Like this, you have to keep applying it, but I like that because you can go from like, if you're not wearing any makeup and all you want to do is bronze up your skin, you can do it. And it's so good, and it's really affordable too.
But you can even like build it up to make it look like, use it as a contour as well.
Yeah.
Like and it's definitely good because it's not orange. Like it just gives you that like some bronzers give you that like orangey like
no. This like
tone.
looks like you're tan.
Yeah.
It makes you look more tan. It's really good, and it's butter. It actually feels like butter. Like it's crazy.
It's super creamy. I definitely recommend that if you don't get anything else from this video, buy
that. We're gonna do blush next, and I'm actually not like a huge fan of blush. I use it, but I don't like to use it on the apples of my cheeks because I already have some red spots right here, so I normally just like blend it in with my contour. So I only have one today actually, and this is the NYX Mosaic Powder blush, and it looks like that. And I really like this because it's mixed with like other, they're not just pink, like there are some purples, some peaches, and then there's a brown. And it comes out like a very light pink, and it's very buildable, and it's one of my favorites.
I'm like the opposite. I'm obsessed with blush. I love it. My favorite drugstore blush would have to be Milani blushes. And my favorite out of all of them would be the shade Luminoso. It is it's like warmer. It's more like peachier. And it just gives you like, it has like a sheer like shine to it, so it gives you like kind of like a little bit of a glow as well. But I have a few different of like the Milani blushes, and I love all of them. But definitely my favorite would be Luminoso.
God, look what I'm doing to myself. I can't help it.
That's like me.
When scratched by a cat.
No, when I get nervous, I break out in hives. Like when I went to prom, like before, my chest broke out in red blotches, like hives everywhere. One time I went to the doctor's office and I was so nervous that it broke out in like this like rash. And the doctor was like, "What's wrong with you?" She like called my mom back and like thought that something was wrong with me. So, Brenna, you need to take a moment because this is rough.
What is that gonna do?
Bronze it up a little bit.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about eyeliners, and one of my favorite things to do when I do my makeup is my winged eyeliner, and it has taken me such a long time to find a good liquid eyeliner or just any eyeliner in general. I have tried felt tips. They all dry out within like 2 weeks. They suck. Like they come out nice at first, but they don't stay. So I tried to find a liquid eyeliner, and I use e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. I swear by this. It is so good. I know it's like $3, but it's one of the best eyeliners I've ever tried, if not the best eyeliner I've ever tried. I don't fill in my winged eyeliner with this. I just draw it on because I find that with any liquid eyeliner, whether it's like in a felt tip or if it's like actual liquid eyeliner, it always like looks gray to me. Like it never looks fully black. So I always use this to draw it on, and then I go back in and I fill it in with the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner. It's a 24-hour gel eyeliner, so I always fill in my wing with that, and this is my favorite. I've tried a lot, and this one is definitely the blackest, darkest, and it stays on the longest. So if I'm like crying or like sweating, it doesn't come off, and like that's...
Which is a normal problem for you.
And then the next eyeliner I want to talk about is the NYX crayon eyeliner, but the white one. I use this a lot to line my waterline on the bottom, and I really like this one. It's very good, and I definitely recommend this. But definitely if you're looking for a liquid eyeliner, try this e.l.f. one. It's incredible. I just love it.
Oh, I don't really wear eyeliner a lot. I'm not really good at doing wings. So I just like to use, especially when I wear false lashes, I just like to tight line like up top. So for that, I am in love with this Rimmel London Exaggerate waterproof eyeliner. I get it in Blackest Black, and it's just really great just to kind of like give you that like darker appearance, but not like,
yeah, it's like
whole
soft.
Wing. Well, I have yet to find an eyeliner when I tightline that doesn't get black like in my inner corners.
Yeah,
I feel like any eyeliner,
it's just the thing. It's just because your eyes are constantly moving and it's like pushing the black, so it's like I don't really think you'll ever find
But
one.
I definitely like recommend, this one's super cheap too. Like I definitely recommend this because it does stay and it's waterproof, so it stays a little bit longer. But I mean, I tried other things and that one just works the best.
So for mascara, I always use drugstore mascara. I think that I go through it very quickly, and I don't like to spend like a lot of money on it. That's just not something, like I'd rather spend money on like a primer or a nicer foundation instead of mascara, just because I just think that's like a very expensive thing, like if you go through it really quickly. As of like a week ago, I bought an expensive mascara, but normally I use the Colossal Volume Express waterproof mascara by Maybelline. This is my favorite one of all time. I get this one in Blackest Black, and all of my mascaras have to be waterproof. Like, I don't know what it is. I can curl my eyelashes. They do not stay curled unless it's waterproof. And it's such an issue. I really love the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, but since it's not waterproof, it does not keep my eyelashes curled. And my eyelashes are so short that I always get black. Stop! I always get black under my eyes. And it just makes it worse when they're not curled. Like, I know I sound insane, but it's like an actual thing. Like, it just doesn't work. So, the next one is the Turbo Volume Express mascara by Maybelline. This one's also waterproof. This one's very good as well, but this one's just my favorite. And then I really love the Supersizer by CoverGirl. I only use this on my bottom lashes, and I don't use it much anymore. because I need a new one. But this one's really good, like when you have really short eyelashes, which is actually a problem for other people besides me. But after I do this, I would always go over it with another mascara because this one isn't like very dark.
I don't use drugstore mascara. I normally use like the Smashbox Full Exposure or the Roller Lash, and I hate waterproof mascara, so
yeah, we're like the complete opposite with that.
So,
but
yeah.
like also my eyes are really watery. Like the wind, I have such sensitive eyes. Like I'm always like, if I yawn, I cry. I don't know. So I have to wear waterproof or else like it just goes everywhere. I don't know.
I have like, my eyelashes are longer, so like I feel like I'm sorry.
Keep going.
I'm not
keep
trying
going.
to be.
I know.
But my eyelashes are like longer, and I feel like when I wear waterproof, I never can get it off, and it just does not work with me. So for a really good drugstore highlighter, I definitely recommend the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. I have the shade Precious Petals, and it's super bright. Like, I'm wearing it right now, and it just gives me like just such a good glow. I don't really use a lot of drugstore highlighters, but if you were going to use one, I definitely recommend the Wet n Wild.
Yeah, I don't even have a drugstore highlighter. I just don't like them. I think they come out very like sparkly. Like it's not like a glow. But I have heard, I just recently watched a video on Wet n Wild, like they have like new highlighters, but they're liquid.
Oh.
And I watched her use them and they looked really pretty. So I've heard a lot of good things about Wet n Wild though.
Yeah, definitely.
Elle and I use more higher end makeup for our like eyeshadows and stuff like that. So we don't really have a recommendation like that they sell in a drugstore, but we do recommend Morphe. It's a very like affordable brand. I know that they have a few palettes out right now that are like $12 and you can get ones for like $15. Like you can get them for a very affordable price, and we recommended the Morphe 35O palette. It's just like a lot of neutral colors and it has some darker like oranges in there, and I think that one's like a good one to start off with.
Yeah, if you haven't really used anything from Morphe, I definitely would start off with that palette. It has pretty much any color that you need in it, from shimmers and matte shades, but just Morphe is extremely affordable, but they're
amazing quality.
Yes, all of their product is like so pigmented, like eyeshadows. I've never had an issue with anything that I've gotten from Morphe. So if you want something that's reasonable, I would definitely go with their stuff. For drugstore beauty sponge, me and Brenna both use the Real Techniques beauty sponge, this orange one. I really like this because it's got like this flat edge on it where I can use to like apply powder like to like right here, and then I use it to like get underneath my eyes. But it's really like absorbent and it blends out my makeup perfectly if I want to blend it with my foundation or my concealer, and it's definitely affordable. So if you want like a good beauty sponge, I would recommend this one.
And another beauty sponge that I use is the Morphe Red Beauty Sponge. It has like a triangle shape over here, and I really like this for like carving out my contour, and I really like this part because I mean mine's a little old, but it's like really good for like getting like right in by my eyes. I really recommend this. This one's also really affordable too.
I need to buy that, but I tried it one time and I love it because it's so like bouncy.
It's so bouncy.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is lashes. Now I have only really ever bought lashes, like drugstore lashes. The only other ones that were like higher end that I've tried are the Tarte ones, but I really have never had an issue with drugstore lashes. Our favorite that we both use are the Kiss lashes in Poise. They're super like, Brenna's actually wearing them right now. They're very natural looking, but they give you like enough volume and something, like they're very good for every day.
Yeah, they have like the tapered edge too. So they start out smaller here and then they get longer on the outside, but like not too long. Like if you looked at me from the side, like they wouldn't look like these like giant lashes.
Right, and they're super affordable, but they're such good quality. The lashes that I'm wearing right now are the Ardell Wispies. They're the faux mink lashes. And I really like any Ardell lashes. The wispy ones are probably my favorite, but I normally go with the faux mink ones, just because they're like, I feel like they're more like realistic looking. But I really like these ones because they're like fluffy, but they're not super long. Like they give you like that like thicker look, but they're not like super over dramatic.
And I haven't really tried any high-end lashes either. I have tried the Tarte ones. They're nice, like I like them, but the only thing is like a lot of the higher end lashes are really heavy, and I don't like that because I did wear those for like an event, and they were just very heavy. Like my eyes were like, you know, like I don't know, they were just super heavy. But they were still like very good. They're very pretty. And then I use the Morphe lashes. I've only bought 2 pairs, but they're really, really nice, and they're a little more expensive. They only come like in a 1-pack. But I still really liked those. So like I would recommend those if you're looking for something that's like a little more dramatic, but they're still like kind of cheap.
Yeah, I mean for me personally, I don't like to splurge on lashes. I would rather buy a pair of good quality drugstore lashes, just because like you can only get a few uses out of them. So for me, it's not like something that's worth it.
As for lash glue, we both use the Duo lash glue, except Bella uses the black one and I use the clear one. I just bought this new one, and because Jeffree Star uses it, and it's the Duo brush on glue adhesive, and it's the green one, and it just like comes in this little tube. But it's so good. Me and Bella used it today, and like it's like blue.
Yeah,
when you put it
like,
on.
Yeah, it's like iridescent.
It almost looks ultraviolet. Like, it's so weird, but it dries like right away. So like as soon as you put it on, you can put it right on, and I think that it works really good.
With this like squeeze bottle, sometimes I have a hard, like I really need to be careful, because if you don't like work it out like first before you put it on, it can explode on your lashes, and it's a bad time.
Yeah, and me and Bella never put the top on, so like we'll use it and we'll leave our lash glue out with the top off for like hours and days, and then you'll go back and you'll be like, why is my lash glue not coming out? And it's freaking because it dried.
That's my biggest issue. Brenna's pretty good about it.
No, I really am not. I'll come home from work and I'll be like, oh my god, I didn't put the freaking thing on.
But
Turn
I feel
it
like
into Bella.
With like,
lip products are one of my favorite things, like out of all of my makeup. I just love them. Like I buy so many of them, and I have a problem. Like I buy so many red lipsticks. Like I have like 30. But I don't use a lot from the drugstore just because I don't think that they're very good quality. I think they're very like drying, and I don't like the lip glosses. But I do like the NYX matte lipstick, and I like this red one. It's in Eden, and it's really good. I really like this one. I don't use it as much anymore because I found one that like I love. But this one I definitely recommend, and I always use the NYX red lip liner when I use any red lipstick. Like even if it's not that one, I always use this. I really recommend that. I really like this Revlon Color Burst crayon. I like to put this on underneath my lip glosses, or you can just wear it like this. But I definitely think it gives like a natural pink look to your lips without being like obvious that you're wearing like a lipstick or something. So I really like this one. And then for drugstore chapstick, I love Burt's Bees. Like I swear by this, except too. I really recommend getting like the moisturizing ones. Like I don't like the ones that are that say beeswax on them, because I think that they're very like, they're not moisturizing at all. And I like, they all obviously have beeswax in them, but like, you know, the ones that say like, yeah, I just don't really like those ones. I don't really think they work, but I definitely recommend that.
I don't really ever wear, today is like a weird day because I'm actually wearing stuff on my lips, but I don't really wear lipstick. If I'm gonna wear anything on my lips, it's either chapstick or lip gloss. And my favorite chapstick actually of all time, which thanks to her, is the Sephora chapsticks. They have all different like flavors. Brenna uses the almond one, and I use the, well, I used to use the coconut one, but I use the orange one, and they're just super like moisturizing, but they're, I mean, it's not drugstore, but they're cheap. They're not like pricey. Yeah, they're not, and they last a long time too. I also really like the rose one, but they're always out of it. That's like the most like popular one. For setting spray, I use the NYX Dewy Finish one. This one's my favorite. I never use like a high-end one. I used to use the Urban Decay Oil Control. I didn't think that worked at all. I didn't think that it kept my makeup on whatsoever. I did end up trying like the regular one, and I did like it, but it's just so expensive, and I go through setting spray like faster than anything.
else in my makeup drawers, so I definitely just use this one, and I think that it works perfectly fine, so I definitely recommend this. And I also heard that some people mix this with like the Urban Decay one, and then that works really well too. And then I actually just recently came across this. It's the Sephora Rose Hydrating Mist. It's pretty much like the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray.
I don't have any drugstore setting spray. I have used that NYX one a few times, and I do like it. So if you want something that's affordable, definitely try that. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps anyone that's looking for some affordable products that are good quality. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you in our next video.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys. That's what you get.
And now I'm about to be late for my appointment.
Hey, hey,
Back streets back.
oh,
What are you? Stop.
Ooh, that highlight.
Please stop.
Drink the rest of it. I was gonna drink that.
Oh.
Let me curl your eyelashes.
Street.
Please
Oh.
stop.
Eyelashes.
Yeah, you're right.
You. We're going to be talking. Was that wrong?
No.
A glow.
I hate talking about stuff.
Be fresh. A Maybelline in Virginia.
The buns.
Okay.
Can't talk, Brenna. My face is turning red. I'm embarrassed.
So next we're gonna talk.